channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. So today's video will be a crock pot dump and go meal. Y'all, this is one of the simplest meals. It's an easy go-to meal for my family. My family loves it. So I'm just going to show you the ingredients that you need just to make this. It's only 5 ingredients, y'all. So just stick tight and I'm going to hop right into the video. Okay, so the only ingredients that you'll need is pepperoncinis, cream cheese, ranch dry packets, black pepper, and garlic powder, as well as your chicken breast. I do not use Lowry's or salt just because with the ranch it puts off enough salt and makes it salty enough, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash my chicken and I'll be back in a minute once I have washed and dried it. So what I like to do is go ahead and cut my crock pot on. I'll go ahead and cut it on, and I'll go ahead and cut it on low. Some people do like to cut it on high and cook it that way, but I prefer to cook it on low for 8 hours. That way it cooks nice and slow and it's nice and tender and just falls apart. So the next thing you'll want to do is go ahead and put the pepper on your chicken. So I'm just going to go ahead and pepper this, and I did go ahead and dry and wash and dry my chicken off camera. So now again, I'm just putting pepper on it. And of course, I'm putting no salt on it, no Lowry's, no anything. Again, just because the ranch has so much salt in it that it kind of, covers that for you. And I'm just going to lay them right in the crock pot. As soon as I salt or pepper them, I'm going to throw them right on in here. And I'll just have a couple more left. And of course, this is to taste, y'all. You can skip these ingredients. You don't have to put pepper in it if you don't, prefer to have pepper in it. And of course, how much you put is completely up to you. So I am done. I'm going to go ahead and step off camera and wash my hands for a minute. Okay, y'all. So the next item I'm going to use is just this garlic powder. And I'm just going to go in and sprinkle it all over. Just like that. And again, this is personal preference as well. I'm going to go in with the ranch packets, and I'll be using 3 of these. Next, I'll be going in with my cream cheese, and this is 2 8-ounce boxes of the cream cheese. It was a 2-pack, and it is a Great Value brand. That's what it looks like, y'all. And the final product that I'll be going in there with will be these pepperoncinis right here. And again, this is to taste. It depends on your preference. So I'm just going to put a couple in here. Normally I'll put like 3 or 4 of them in there, but let's see. I already put 4 in there now. We'll put a few more in there. And a little bit of the juice I like to pour on top. Just try not to make a mess, y'all. So that's it. So this is how it looks just going into the crock pot. I've got the pepperoncinis, the cream cheese, the ranch packets, and of course season the chicken with the garlic powder as well as the black pepper. So next, again, like I said, I like to go ahead and cut this on, but you can wait until you put everything in the pot. I'm going to go ahead and cover this with my lid, and I'm going to let it slow cook on low for 8 hours, y'all, and I'll be back once it's done. So dinner is done. I cooked a side of rice with it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put my rice in a bowl, and of course you can serve this however you want to. My preferred way is just with the chicken over a bed of rice, and sometimes we'll put it like on a tortilla wrap and wrap it up that way, but for now I'm just gonna do this and show you guys how it turns out. All right, you guys, so that is the finished product. That's what it looks like. And I'm not sure if that looks too appetizing, y'all, but I'm serious. Like, it is amazing. See? As you can see, it just like comes apart. You can just pull it apart just like that. Just like that, it falls right apart. So, and you can see the cream cheese. That's what all that is. It's just the cream cheese in there. So I'm going to lay it over it like that. And I'm going to go back in. And again, you can just see it coming apart. And just like that, I'm going to lay it down. I'll grab one more piece. And then what you can do is, if you want, you can top it with a little bit of cheddar cheese. And yeah, you're good to go. Ignore my little mess right here. I'll pick that up. But yeah, that's it, y'all. So that's just an easy dump and go crock pot meal. Doesn't take long. You put it on in the morning and it's done by dinner time. Okay, y'all, so the next meal isn't quite dump and go. You do have to brown your hamburger, and you can dice up your sausage and you can throw it in there. But I decided to brown a little, like half of the sausage, and the other half I just threw in there just the way they were. So this is going to be a chili recipe. Again, not quite dump and go, but pretty much dump and go. So I'm just going to go ahead and start browning the hamburger meat, as you can see right here. The first thing that I'm going to do is season the meat. I'm just going to put the following in there. You see I'm adding the pepper to it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add the salt to it, and this is just your regular salt, and then a little bit of the seasoned salt I'm going to pour in there as well, just to season it, y'all. And again, this is personal preference. You don't have to do exactly or do the amounts. I don't have the exact measurements. I kind of just season to taste, or you know, season to like how I think it normally looks when I season my food, y'all. But again, it's completely up to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead again and just brown the hamburger meat real quick. Okay, so next I'm gonna go ahead and use the sausage. It's the Pender's brand sausage that I picked up from one of my local grocery stores, and I will be taking off the casings of all the sausage and then just dicing it up into smaller pieces.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to
So next, I'm just gonna dice up a few pieces of onion. You guys may notice that I'm not using a whole lot of onion, but that's just because my family doesn't like onions, like most of them don't. So I just wanted to still add a little bit in there that was barely noticeable for added flavor. So I decided just to throw the onions in with the ground beef for a little bit, just to kind of stir it up and mix it together. And this is where I'll go ahead and add in probably about half of the sausage and get those mixed up in there. And then the rest of it, I just ended up throwing in the pot just because like I wanted to go ahead and get everything together. And I didn't want to wait on the other sausages to cook, but they still came out great in the end. And I'm not sure that you guys can see the actual buttons, but I turned it on low for 8 hours to slow cook. I used a couple of different cans of beans. As you can see, the first one were the dark red kidney beans. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and add the light red kidney beans, just 2 cans of those.
Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh.
So the last can of beans that I'll be adding is the light red kidney beans, and that's the no salt added. And then I'll be adding in the ground beef along with the sausage and onions. And this is the ones that, you know, they're coming out of the pot. So I cooked this, and then the rest of the sausage that you see me add here in a minute, I didn't cook that, but it ended up cooking in the pot with everything else.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want.
So I end up using about a half a can of the Rotel tomatoes, and that's what you see me pouring in now.
You got me going, oh.
So now I'm going to add a little bit of smoked paprika to it. And then I'll also be adding some onion powder to it. Or you know what, guys, that was garlic powder. So I added a little bit of garlic powder to it. So the last ingredient that I ended up adding is the McCormick chili, and I ended up adding a total of 3.
When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how.
So the chili packet was not the last ingredient. The last ingredient was actually minced garlic. So before I put the lid on, I just like to mix everything up and just get everything all mixed in together. And then I'll place the lid on and let it slow cook.
Let me love you.
All right, y'all, so I just want to come back on here and show you the finished product of the chili beans. They have been cooking for not quite 8 hours. It's a little over 7 hours, but the family is ready to eat, so I told them it's fine. And there we go, y'all. Everything is good. This is how it looks. Just gonna mix everything up really quickly. And so the only thing that I'll add now is, and actually my family will do this, if they want cheese in it, they can add it themselves. But yeah, y'all, it's ready to serve. That's the finished product. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoy these cooking videos, please let me know in the comments below and I'll continue to do them. I just want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon.